Hello and welcome to the CSR Universe's Leaders Talk segment. And today I very happily welcome Dr. Sumit Dubey, the man with a golden heart who is all set to spread smiles across communities, especially the underprivileged and marginalized communities, with his oral health initiatives and many other innovative interventions to make this world a happier place. A dental surgeon by profession, he believes that social responsibility or any kind of charity should be done with a touch of humanity and love. And that's why, even before founding his NGO, HASNAA Foundation, he was donating his time, money, and work in helping the most underprivileged communities, especially across Delhi NCR. And he has even dedicated his savings to save the lives of many needy communities in the villages of Kannauj in Uttar Pradesh. He finds that while corporates are coming forward to offer all kinds of help, they still lack that deeper understanding and empathy that will make this world a better place. He has plenty of innovative concepts and ideas that will help the corporations and social sector stakeholders across the spectrum to generate meaningful outcomes of their CSR projects. So, on that note, I would like to invite Dr. Dubey to share his experiences and the current challenges when it comes to understanding of ground realities and the execution of initiatives by their corporate partners. So, we want to know the challenges and the possible solutions. And we will also like to gather Dr. Dubey's insights on Hasna's initiatives under its Anna, Akshar and Aushadhi campaign. A hearty welcome to you, Dr. Dubey. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Ruchika, and the entire team of CSR Universe. And as the founder president of the HASNAA Foundation, I am really thankful to have the online session on related to the corporate social responsibility as well as the role of NGO and the CSR associated with that. So the HASNAA Foundation work started in 2012,
Right.
and we've been working in Delhi NCR, complete full region. Apart from that, we're working in Kannauj, Uttar Pradesh, have been to Uttarakhand, to Telangana, to Kashmir for a lot of things. We basically work for, started with Khulke Hasega India. There's one of the campaign, and under the banner of the National Oral Hygiene Campaign India. It's totally related to the rural India. What we see in the, because I'm a dental surgeon by profession, so I'll first start with the one which I have the full knowledge and I have an expertise for the same. So I started with the Khulke Hasega India campaign, and in which we do oral hygiene awareness session, tobacco cessation programs, oral cancer awareness, oral dental checkups across. So this is the way we started it off. And then sooner we got like-minded people from Faridabad, Dr. Mandakini Shukla, and lot many other people who joined us in the beginning and till date. So what is happening that we are coming across a lot of cases who have dental caries, and it can be prevented at the early stage. Similarly, for oral cancer, we must have heard about they have the last stage of cancer, but they must have gone through the initial stages as well. So as said earlier and always been said by the doctors, prevention is better than cure. So it is important to stop the disease at the early stage. COVID has taught us a lot of lessons, the meaning of life, the challenges. We all have lost somewhere, lost our loved ones, our people, our fellows, maybe the society members as well. So this particular thing has again given us the more push up to do more for the society, because we lack the oxygen, we lack in the hospital beds, we lack in even communicating to the loved ones, meeting them also. We were refrained and restricted and ourselves from that particular period of time, maybe father son, brother, sister. So that has taught us the real value of the relationship as well. I know COVID was spreading, so nobody was there with anyone, but our team, I myself was on the fields in terms of distributing the oxygen cylinders, food. My team in Faridabad was distributing, food to the migrant workers in the first lockdown. In the second, they started with the same. Even to the stray dogs, the pigeons and other who has the natural life. Even giving water to the plants during that particular period of time. It's all about the thought which comes to your mind, which makes the environment, which makes our system run. So we need to take care of them. But important is that when we started with this, so what is our campaigns? We have 5 campaigns which are running. Though we started with dental and it's still continuing. So in the dental, it is known as Khul Ke Hasega India, in which we do oral hygiene checkups, or oral cancer awareness, tobacco cessation, dental checkup. Apart from that, we also do treatment camps. The treatment camps is for complete dentures, people who don't have teeth. The treatment camps, we do root canals, we do cleaning of the teeth, we do dentures, we do scaling, polishing, extraction, biopsies. Now, you name it, whatever the dental procedures you go through, it's very well said in the villages, if there is a pain in the tooth, you should get it removed. Why to remove the tooth when you can have a we can save the tooth, and apart from that, the better the tooth in your mouth, the better the health you have. You will be able to eat well, speak well, and you will maintain your general health as well. So we focused on the treatment camps also. Till now, from the past 10 years, we are doing everything from our own pocket, as mentioned by you earlier, because there is no CSR which is coming to sustain the system. We are not the one who innovates something in terms of this is for, this is a vocational training to skill India something, because we don't have anything in dental. It is only one thing which we look forward is that I need to train at least at least 45 to 50 people from every district to learn dental hygienist course. We will be requiring funding for them to train so that they can go back to the villages and at least do the preventive dental care for them. There are exams, there are people, but usually there are quacks across India. So if the quacks need to be trained, because I do go to villages every month, I go to the villages. From lockdown, I stopped going every week, but before 2018, I used to go twice in a week. Every like if you talk about twice in a week, that's it. 104 nights I used to spend in train traveling to go down to the villages every Wednesday and coming back on Saturday morning. So that I feel for that particular region. But if the dental hygienist has been trained well, so they can go back to the villages, work there, live, earn their livelihood, and be connected to the local dental surgeon and physicians for further treatment where there is required. Because there are a lot of cases which comes, there are spoiled cases by the cracks, and the life is in danger of the person who goes through. So this is what is all about Pulke Haseka, and we look forward from the corporate in terms of giving us the portable dental units, portable dental chairs. We can have dentists on board, at least like 15 to 20 dentists on board. They can travel in Delhi, NCR, Uttarakhand, all the places where each and everybody can go in different states, and that will prevent the disease. That will start the awareness of how to do a proper toothbrushing, how to do oral rinsing, how to do a home care, when you have to change your brush. Minute, small things can even that helps to attribute to the better general health and better living. No foul smell, no bad breath, tobacco cessation, no oral cancer, early biopsy, early detection, early treatment. So everything is possible. Government has already started their Ayushman scheme. So the treatment is free of cost. So we have to identify them, get their papers made so that they can go. So this is all in the National Rural Oral Hygiene Campaign, Khul Ke Hasega India. The second campaign, when we thought that nothing is coming up in the grants and nobody is supporting us we started with the other four campaigns. The second is for upliftment of the women in terms of sanitary, hygiene, cleanliness, diet and nutrition, because they need to be, because we have come across with population survey of India. We have undergone a Freedom 5 in contraceptives for the women who have more than 3 kids or 2 kids. Maybe people have 5 kids. It is all important. It is not I being a dentist. We have to control the family. You have to feed them. You have to educate them. You have to make them learn it what is important. I'm not saying that you can't have 5 kids or 10 kids. Have damn it 50 kids. I don't mind. But if you're able to feed them, if you have to educate them. You don't have to leave them for their own living. So for sustainability of a family, you require a good family planning. We participate in that, we educate them. So this kind of conviction which is required to go to the villages, go to the urban and the rural belt, so that they can have a control on the better the family, the more nucleated the family, the better will be their education, their growth, their diet and living, and of course the traveling will be add on the thing. If you have the finances, you can go down. So there is a complete complete overhauling of the psychology of an individual, be it a male or a female, both the ways. Similarly, in terms of women, so how they are supposed to participate. So we have active workers in the women who educate, in the villages, going down that side, telling them how to use the sanitary pads, when to use that. So basic hygiene needs to be taken care of, and the education of a woman is also we are taking care of, but in a very little way, because resources are very limited, and we don't have any kind of funding or a CSR for the same. But yes, we do, and my whole of the team does. Third comes the Cancer Mukti, the third campaign after Ab Jio Khulke for women. So Cancer Mukti, we identify patients who has to quit tobacco. We get them for a tobacco cessation programs. Then if there is any cancer with them, we refer it to the different hospitals. We go to the hospitals, get them treated and come back, make them back to the village again so that they can have another life. And we help them in to get everything, whatever is possible. We do raise for funds for them that goes directly to their account, and we manage a lot of other things. The fourth is the one is that is known as related to environment. That is the SAVE, Save Air, Water, and Earth. So that is tree plantations, water, conservations, and everything, which is very much essential. When we started in 2012 and 13, we used to plant trees. But as the time progresses, so from 2015 and 16 onwards, we started with only giving the fruit-bearing trees. And apart from that, neem is one of them which has been added because it gives a lot of oxygen and it's required to take care of them. So we started planting all the plants, which is the food-bearing plants, and keeping a close eye for the plants which we have seed, which our team has been looking after. The Faridabad team has done a fantabulous job, and they've been doing regularly doing with that because they have a good team. So that comes under the SAVE program. So we always educate them, we always tell them, and there is a lot of people who come and volunteer and they participate in what you call the plantation drive, sampling of the plants. They and other NGOs also collaborate with us. Like we recently had done stuff from 2nd October to 8th October, which happens every year. This particular Dan Utsav is managed by Dr. Mandakini and the entire team. Now, what we do in that, basically, there is an activity which has been done by different NGOs across India, and we did a massive clothing drive, sandwich drive. We distributed sandwiches, the home cooked sandwiches by our own interns, and then the third one was the milk distribution, which we distributed many liters to many people in Delhi NCR, from the red light to the slums and all those places, people who are standing and sitting outside the AIM, Safdarjung, or other hospitals, those who are working for it. A milk in a day is very important and essential for growth. So these are the few drives which we have done. Last year, we have done in the Anutsav the dental checkups, tobacco suggestions. So activities do come, and sources are good, but resources are less. So where to reach, and when we do a food distribution drive, anyone who's doing the food distribution drive across India, people beg for it, people run for it, people say, give me more, give me more. So poverty, we have to fight back. So that comes at Ann Akshar Aushadhi hai sabse badi uplabdhi. That's what we believe. So Ann is the food, Akshar is the education, Aushadhi is the health. If three things are here, so we have to empower people in that regard so that they can stand on their feet and tell them not to worry, we are there to take care of you.
True,
So
true.
this is the way we do.
So, Dr. Dubey, you've been saying that the CSR funds are not coming in. Where do you think is that? Where is the gap? Because you've also spoken about that every time you do a social service, you need to empathize with the people, with the community, and then only you understand their problems. So, do you think there is a lack of that kind of empathy coming from the corporates and other social sector stakeholders who can
Uh,
funds?
I agree. I mean to say corporates are doing a lot of CSR, which I continuously swing, but they have their own budgets, they have their own thought process, they have their own system to do that particular thing. It is not about that. No, hardly anybody is interested in dental. They're interested in oral cancer. If they ask you to give us some something sustainable where we can start oral cancer detection tool, that is an expensive affair, though Department of Science and Technology in India has invented, but it is undergoing a trial. So they don't give it for dental, they give it for women health, they give it for food distribution, and all these things are happening. But that's our timing. The corporate needs to identify the NGOs who work in that particular sector, who are continuously dedicated out there, and they have a huge team to look after. So the drive goes that way. Last year we did this year we won't do. What is this? It is not a choice. You have to replicate. So what is sustainability when it goes in ongoing process? This year you did it, next year you will not do that. Last year we did it for that slum, this year we will not do for that slum. Why? Are the slums are changed into a multi-crore building? They're still remaining there. One has to go again and again and again and again. Repetition. What are things? There are a lot of campaigns which the organizations, the CSR should look after. On a like Indian Postal Services is totally gone off in India. I feel for them because I love to read letters. My mother used to keep the letters. My father used to keep letters. The people who are listening to me, they ask their parents. They keep the letters. आज भाई का letter आया है, आज border से letter आया है, आज America से letter आया है, and a whole of the family used to read that
It's a
letter.
crucial
Who
part
reads
of
an
it.
email?
Yes.
It's a social. It is the social work is not only about distributing material. It is not only about giving them a skill program. It is about how you nurture the human mind, how human psychology, the human souls, how you make them understand the level and the feelings of the bonding which they have. So if you talk about the postal services, if you ask me, I'll start the postal services once again, and everybody is mandatory to write at least 2 letters in 2 months. Write it from there. Just go. If you are in Paris, just say that I'm standing in front of the Eiffel Tower and I'm going to send this letter to my Nana. I'm going to write this letter to my Chachu. I'm going to write this letter to my Buaji. Start writing letter. Tell them. I remember when I was young enough, when we used to write letters, I used to mention वो जो मम्मी जी जो सामने अंकल जी रहते हैं उनको मेरा नमस्ते बोलिएगा. My mother used to go them and show them कि भैया का लेटर आया है उसमें लिखा है आपको नमस्ते बोला. वो कहेंगे आशीर्वाद. इसी बहाने 5 बार उनके बारे में बात हो जाती है. What about the teachers who taught you? Just understand still there in the same college or maybe retired. Have you visited your teachers again? Have you felicitated them? Have you told them what are you today? Just go and tell them, talk to them. You will be a conversation of topic for next 8 to 10 days. मेरा student आज ये कर रहा है. I feel proud of it. He come back to the village. He got 5 hand pumps. He upgraded the library.
Yeah.
He set up a cricket, a field out there. He gave the sports kit. I know not many people are doing that. I know a lot of people doing it, but it's not a lot. You need to do more. The more you do, the more less you should feel that I've done little, I've done little. The feeling of little should come up because you have been upgraded. You have been blessed by those teachers. Because of them, you are working here.
True.
You are watching on the internet. They don't have Zoom. They don't have Google Pay. They just say yes. देख लिया सब कुछ ठीक चल रहा है. If maybe they are in health, get them insurance. Get them a proper medical checkup. I sponsor medical checkup for this teacher. These 5 teachers were there. They're still alive. 5,000 each. Give it to them. Get them body checkup. Get them blood sugars. It is about giving back to the people who have made you what you are today. So I have a concept about human touch, what you mentioned, the soul, the energies, the cosmic rays, the everything. It is not about madness. It is about what you are, what you have become. Like for example, when I have taken birth, I was given all the facility which were available in the country. Now what I can make, what I can rebuild, what I can more, so that when I leave, these things are lined up. When my friends leave, they should have been done. We have to make something which works out for this marginalized section of the society, which is very, very necessary.
And Dr. Dubey, I think since you know their needs, so your projects and initiatives are need-based as per the needs
Yes.
of the communities. So what would be your recommendation to other social sector stakeholders while making plans and projects for these communities? And what exactly are the ground realities? Like there are many, as you were saying, there are many policies and many initiatives going on from the governments, and even corporates are doing CSR, but still there is this gap between
The
reality and
gap
yes.
the gap is that because they identify NGOs, right? You have to apply for them. 3 months is the time period. You have to apply for next session. जब तक पता लगता है तब तक पता नहीं वो प्रोजेक्ट ही चला जाता है, चीजें चली जाती हैं. There is this limitations. Like for example, we have all the documents with us, right? This is done. So they say that this has not been done. We don't do this. They are very subjective. Like it is very difficult to. And even if they are doing it, they need to do that particular job repeatable on the same place, and then make it in a smart city of your own. We have a very smart slogan. We say each one adopt one. It's not about adopt a whole village, adopt a one person, adopt one person. You just take care of someone. You are taking care of one life. It is more than sufficient. If you come out, you just take care of your guards, you take care of your plumbers, you take care of electrician. Don't argue with them for ये 300 रुपए का तुमने 350 में क्यों दिया. When we go to the market, जब tag लगा होता है ना t-shirts पे उतना ही pay करके आते हो भाई. इसलिए just be courteous to the people who are serving you, who are coming to your house.
Yeah.
Don't. Of course, everybody is cunning. Where you can have a conversation, you find them cunning. Where you can't have conversation with them, you can't find them cunning, right? So there are a lot of things which need to understand. And I would also like to introduce one more thing. Can we have something like I'll definitely do if things permit me. I'll get medical insurance for all the domestic helps across India.
Wonderful. And how are you planning to do that?
This is ongoing because I was in a conversation with the insurance company for the same, and there was certain money which is required by them. We required funding for them. We need to identify down from Kashmir to Kanyakumari to Assam to Guwahati to what you call the Gujarat, everywhere. The domestic helps need to be insured because their treatment goes pathetic. They don't have a good hospital services even in the government. There is lot of paperwork they require. If they are insured, they can get something good done. So healthcare sector is very weak in the country. Mano ya na mano, this is the real fact. And COVID has opened the eyes. Even if you incorporate so many things, because of the increase in the population, we have to reach to the masses. In fact, directly proportional to the dental health. And I must tell you, there are 300 plus dental schools in the country. You should utilize them. You
Right.
should take their services. Dentist should not be taken like this. You just bring one table, they do a checkup and they'll go off. No. If you're finding somebody has a dental issues, get them treated, collect funds, go to the local dentist, bargain with them, fix up a price for them. Like, for example, you charge triple 4x amount for your patients in your clinic. Charge X amount for them. Do the charity from we as a dentist, we also do the same. Ours is free, that's okay, but free for how long? For how long? I'm young right now, I'm working. My hands are good. But what happens when things will slow down? I'll also age.
Yes.
So by the time this sun sets, so this thing needs to be taken care of. Somebody has to join the relay and take the baton forward because this is the good work and everybody is doing a good job. So there are so many things which are there are many other initiatives, Ruchika, which I can always talk about the government and the CSR can pull in for it. And of course, this is sustainable. Like sanitary pads are sustainable. What do you think that you distribute once the time is over? Every month a woman has to go through. It starts induction with the school itself. Give us some authority to do the from our own way. There is an approach to reach to the masses. It's not about that कि हम उन पे एहसान कर रहे हैं. हम वहाँ पैदा हुए होते तो क्या होता? So you need to understand it is everybody is same, everybody is equal. It's just the opportunity and the facilities you have been attained. So you need to share, love, share, and care. That is what is more important. And I think COVID must have taught the lesson to each one of you, and in fact to everyone. So we should respond to that. And in fact, the corporate sector should send their team outside to see who are the other NGOs who are working well. Maybe it is from our side, we don't apply, we don't get it, we are too laid back attitude in terms of filing it and understanding the concept, or maybe qualify. It is a man-made work. It is not about qualifying and not qualifying. You find the right person, even one individual, if you find they are doing a fantabulous, and pick it up. It is not about तुम्हारा पेपर पूरा नहीं है. उसके अंदर एनर्जी देखो ना, उसके अंदर उसकी इंसानियत देखो. आप you just pick up the, like for example in Indian cricket team, you must have seen that there are a lot many people who had the chai shop, who had something else. Now they are in the cricket team. I will not name him, but he was selling bread pakoras. Now he's in the Indian cricket team right now. So you don't have to see the people who have talent.
Yes, you have to encourage talent.
Yeah.
Yes, right.
Yes, if you have encouraged talent, if you find the passion, if you find that energy, if you find that zeal, pick them up. Right? So you need to collaborate more NGOs, get things sorted out. You need to discuss the policies with the NGOs, not that top shot 10 NGOs who are in your panel, discuss it with them, have a nice buffet at the Lee Meridian and then go off. No, you need to come to the ground, talk to them. What is the need of that particular village? Meet Pradhan. We are going to set up a school. We are going to renovate your school. We are going to get a good chairs in your school. We are going to get your building renovated. We are going to get toilets remade in your school. We want to tell you what is good touch and bad touch in your school. We need to train the kids of your school of class 3rd and 4th standard, 5th standard. So everything, how the sexual molestations are happening across India. Who is talking about it? There are very few. We need to take forward these steps. You name it, everything. Mobile users. One of my friends was telling there was too much of air pressure, the eye testing, because of the too much uses of the mobile. And one fine day I was watching a video on the net. It was saying that there was a young boy of 15 years who broke all the glass and all the things in the house because her mom snatched the mobile from him. So don't, please, there are a lot of it's about you're disturbing a soul, you're disturbing somebody who has been addicted to the mobile, and that person is important to me because he is also like me, right? What should I say? It should be a मैं और तुम की परिभाषा खत्म होनी चाहिए. It should be a feeling of oneness. It should be a feeling of togetherness. That's what is required.
And what would you suggest if you would want any changes as per the government policies, the current government policies, or would you want any kind of legislation which would make your efforts more productive?
Yeah, basically, government, because they have their own, patron advisors and everything, and we don't come to that particular level like the way the other bigger NGOs are there. So they know what needs to be done, but they don't know the ground reality. Mostly what is happening in this is the paperwork. They have statistics, they have data, they produce all. What is all this?
Hmm.
You need to let the people speak. Let them speak what you have done for them. You submit statistics, you report. Of course, that is very important. Your achievements are important, but mainly they are focusing onto the how many people we have seen, how many people we have screened. I tell you, when we do camps, we have more than 25 doctors, sometimes 30 doctors. We don't see that. Of course, we count that we have seen 500 people, 600, but we are limited because everybody needs 2 minutes to make them understand. So the quality needs not to be compromised in any situation. That's what I feel. So I
Hmm.
feel, the government should take NGOs into the consideration. They should come down. They should see the social media also. They should shoot and see the news also. They should watch the interviews also. Let's see if there is new talent. It's not because I have a talent, and of course I have a talent. I will definitely. My team has a talent. That's it. But if we are going very slow, very steady,
Hmm.
but it's, yes, there are a lot like me. There are many other people across India who are working fantabulously, much better than me. They should come forward. They should adopt those NGOs and they should sustain. आप हिंदुस्तान की चिंता ना करो, व्हाट आई फील। आप सिर्फ एक प्रांत की चिंता करो, प्रांत के बाद आप उस राज्य की चिंता करो, राज्य के बाद आप उस जिले की चिंता करो, जिले के बाद आप उस कस्बे की चिंता करो। कस्बा दे दो, पंचायत दे दो, तहसील दे दो। लेट don't give India. I can't take care of India. If the tehsil is taken care of, India is directly taken care of.
Obviously.
So yes, that's a so बड़ी बातें मत करो, छोटा काम, छोटी बढ़िया, उसको अच्छा करो, उसको सस्टेनेबल करो और आगे बढ़ाओ. And make out the success stories. Who the girl, this has been educated, now she's in IIT there. This boy is educated from there, and he has the principal moral values towards India, the Sanskriti and everything what we call and what we vouch for it in across the world for India. ये IIM में गया, ये वहां गया. There are a lot of things. The success stories are so many. There are so many disabled people. Their general health. There is too many things to talk about what we require to do in the sectors. So I personally feel that for us, for HASNAA Foundation, we definitely seek for portable dental units, portable dental vans, sustainable products so that we can counter oral cancer, tobacco cessation treatment camps across India, especially from Delhi NCR to Uttarakhand to Kashmir and to other places. Why hills? Why I always say? Because if there is no light at 11 p.m. in the night in Uttarakhand, there is no problem. Everybody is sleeping. But they require proper. A woman who's pregnant has to come down 5 to 7 days
Hmm.
before. She
Hmm.
cannot.
Hmm.
The previously what used to happen, like they have to come down to the base to get themselves treated. So there should be a proper facility.
Hmm.
So women ho gaya, child pediatrician. If you allow me, I'll get 4 specialty made hospitals. The PHC, it should have a physician, it should have a gynec, it should have a pediatrician, and it should have a dental setup. You need a good physician. The concept of family physician of India has gone off. Still some organizations are doing a good job, बट फैमिली फिजिशियन का कॉन्सेप्ट हिंदुस्तान में, डॉक्टर साहब आए घर पे आए, चाय पियेंगे, बैठेंगे, पूरे परिवार की हिस्ट्री जानते थे डॉक्टर साहब,
Yeah.
उनके बच्चे क्या करते हैं, डॉक्टर साहब सलाहकार भी होते थे. तो
Hmm.
एक फैमिली फिजिशियन का कॉन्सेप्ट बिकॉज इट हैज गॉट इनटू द कॉर्पोरेट, एटलीस्ट गांव में तो अभी भी हो सकता है. नंबर 2, सेकंड इज वी रिक्वायर अ गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट. We may not require neurosurgeons in the village, but we require that. We require pediatrician. बिकॉज बच्चा की तबीयत खराब हुआ, माता जी साथ में जाएंगी, पिताजी काम छोड़ के जाएंगे, आपने पूरे परिवार का एक दिन का धन ले लिया, उनकी अर्निंग गई. So we need to think about all those stuff. And why dental health? Because there's so much of smoking in the rural villages, bidi, gutka, tambaku, khani. So they prefer to get the tooth extracted. So the teeth are very essential for them to eat. If they eat good, chew well, so that their oral health will be good. So I have 4 takes for it. If this to be done, PHCs need to be upgraded. If they even give me even 1, 2, 3 districts, I'll give them the smart city. What they talk about, it's not a difficult job. It's not a difficult job. It's the intention, it is the motive, it's the energy. What is in you to take this thing for particular forward? And of course, we still look for portable dental units and setups so that we can travel across, we can reach to the masses and do a fantabulous work with my beautiful team, which is down there in Delhi and Faridabad.
Wow, that's really inspiring, very, very thought-provoking. In fact, I hope the corpus would listen to you, and all the social sector stakeholders should be listening to your ideas and concepts, because if you get them into action, I think this our country will be in a better place. So, my last question would be: what are your words or suggestions or word of advice to your peers, the other dental surgeons, the other doctors in your community?
I didn't get it. Sorry, there's some voice.
Okay.
I didn't.
I was saying, what are your words of advice or your thoughts that you want to share with the other dental surgeons and other doctors in your community who want to serve the nation and they can make a difference like you are? So, what are your words of advice to them?
My advice is it's not necessary that you join HASNAA Foundation. Doesn't matter. You are in your RWS, you are in your society, you are earning well, you are attached to hospital. Just give once in 15 days, one dental camp, one medical camp. Talk to your colleagues. I have medical friends, I have gynec friends, I have pediatrician. We also do the same. So do one camp every 15 days. That is mandatory. And at least twice in a month or thrice in a month, you do a laboratory screening. They also give you an affordable cost, or they can always pay for it. Try to reach out a village which is nearby to your hometown, villages nearby, like for example Noida, Delhi, Faridabad. They have villages also, so they can do a camp so that we can identify. Recently, what happened? I'll tell you. In one of the camps, there was a girl of 7 to 8 years. So we were doing a dental checkup and all, and we were taking her pulse rate and everything just to write it down. There was a girl. She was having a pulse rate of 30. I thought she's anxiety, she's worried. We again made her sit and we again checked, we again checked, we again checked. And we found that she has a cardiac issues. Maybe there is a hole in the card. We referred it to the higher centers, and this thing in a pipeline, which we'll come to know us within a week or 10 days time from now. So we identified. There was a blood donation camp which we arranged. The boy was like hefty than me, quite bold, vegetarian, everything. He used to eat, drink, and everything. His hemoglobin was 5.5, 5.5. So he was suffering from aplastic anemia. He didn't know at all. He was 26 years of
There's
age.
no
So
awareness, right? Yeah.
there was no awareness, and he was well to do, studied in a very good schools and everything. Then we contacted his parents, and he had undergone a treatment. He posted me a picture lying down in a bed and IV line and all, telling a doctor, kahan fasa diya? Maine kaha, I want to make your life. This was 1 year back, and after 1 year he's hale and hearty and everything has been recovered. Just understand these things are very important. And one more advice, suggestions, whatever you want to think about. There are approximately 720, 30 districts in the country. That's it. Just 730. We have more than 6,000, 7,000 NGOs. We have more than 10,000 companies. Just 712 districts. Distribute them, divide them,
Mm.
and take a one district. What the Britishers has done, divide and rule. And what we'll do, we'll divide the work and make them rule there in their own village. All the facilities, a doctor is required, a school is required, teaching training program is required. Full smart village, we can make it by distributing. So
Mm.
there are 712. Ruchika, this number is so less, isn't it?
Of course it
So
is.
less.
Yes, yes.
So if everybody takes a responsibility of different the social sectors, we can divide them. Of course, the government in the Niti Aayog is doing an aspirational districts. It's a wonderful program. Amitabh Kant was the CEO at the time, and Mr. Soumitra Mandal was one. I don't know, but I was just going through the net and I saw them. They are doing fantabulous work, the whole team, but they have aspirational districts done by the government through Niti Aayog.
Mm.
So if the government can do, we can also do. The government can make
Of
us the
course.
partnership. But there is lot of accountancy. There is हम लोग ना मैन पावर में बहुत पैसा खर्च करता है, काम पे कम करता है. ये इसके ऊपर बैठा है, ये इसके ऊपर बैठा है, ये इसके ऊपर है. So there should be a proper system. Synchronization is required so that money can exactly reach to the masses और लोगों तक पहुंच सके. Where are MPs? Where are MLAs? Where are Rajya Sabha सांसद? Where is the political scenario? They are accountable. We need to ask what we have voted for. The government has to take care of it, and the corporate sector needs to take care of it. Together, everything needs to gel, and we should divide the districts. They should have PHC should have a dental setups with having a 2-3 MDS doctors, 4-5 BDS doctors, and 3-4 dental hygienists, so that we can cover whole of the districts. And there should be a portable setups in every district, portable unit in every district, so that they can reach and go for the camp, come back. There should be a cancer hospitals so that they can be treated well. And sooner or later, there's too much funding is required into the healthcare sector, sanitations, hygiene, education, and of course the food. That is very important. You cannot see, I see people hungry every day, every night, all those stuff. So that is more important. And one more thing, carry food in your car, carry fruits in your car. Don't give the beggars the money. Give them something to eat for it. Right. That's what I will say.
Dr. Dubey, before wrapping up, there's one quick question that came to my mind. In fact, I was thinking that there are private sector, the corporates who are also involved in hospitals like Fortis and big names like that, Medanta. So, why aren't you approaching them to help you with your initiatives?
I
Because
did.
they will be
I
more.
did. I did. I did. They said they are doing their job. Medanta is doing there. Fortis is doing there. Everybody is doing there. They send their
But
vans for
you
screening, and
belong
they're
you
doing.
belong to the same community. You belong to the same doctor community. So
Yeah.
shouldn't it be a collaborative effort between them, because they can actually provide the funding, they can provide the infrastructure, and they just need doctors.
No, I tell you, even Fortis, Medanta, all the hospitals across India, they are going. Let's say, for example, if there is an eye hospital, also they are going for regular. They have a good team. I visited Noida, Sent Noida Eye Care, and the other places also. So they are going for their checkups. Everybody is doing fantabulously job. They're bringing them free cataract. India is a big country. It's vastly populated, densely populated. You need to reach the masses from the ground to the up.
Right.
So there is something which is required. There is something, everybody, whosoever we ask, everybody is doing. State Bank of India has done with us, and they are doing with other people. There are a lot of, even Salman Khan's organization, Being Human, is doing. CRA is doing. Helpage India is doing. There is another one. Ashirwad Foundation
But
is
you
doing.
were
Raj
you were
Foundation.
particularly talking about this dental initiative.
Dental is not doing.
That's what
They're
I'm
not doing.
saying. That's what I'm
They're
wondering,
not doing.
that why aren't these big hospitals coming
I
forward to.
I tell you, the hospitals also, but I don't know, they're not bothered about it, sort of. They feel dental is like okay, fine. Or in fact, I wrote a letter to the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Damodar Das Modi, also, that if you have want to collaborate, and I got a reply that there are colleges which are doing it, and we are taking from our own aspect. May everybody is doing, then why the hell Sumit Dubey is working for the people when everything is being done so nicely and wonderfully? So I did not get a positive response, because everybody told, and I even wrote to them, and in spite of lot of put forward, write a letter to the PM. So I wrote a letter and discussed about it. Nothing has been done till now. So it's okay. It's okay. It is their country. It is my country as well. If they can't, I have to. I have to. I cannot sit quietly.
You are doing your bit, and I think it will make a
Yep. That is.
huge, it is already making a huge difference in people's lives. And we are very thankful to you and very grateful to you that you have given us this opportunity for this interaction. We've learned so many things from you, and I really hope you are setting an example for the rest of the people who want to do social service, and corporates who are doing CSR, so that whatever projects they do, they become more meaningful and sustainable. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, Dr. Dubey. Thanks a lot for your time. And it was a very, very powerful and engaging conversation that I had with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for allowing me to speak. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
Thank you.
So much.